NASA, science NASA. A giant breach in Earth's magnetic field. Satellite. Let's see, what does it say? It says here, a giant breach in Earth's magnetic field, December the 16th, 2008. NASA's 5 Themis spacecraft, December 16th, 2008. NASA's 5 Themis spacecraft, so there's 5 of them, have discovered a breach in Earth's magnetic field 10 times larger than anything previously thought to exist. Solar wind can flow in through the opening to load up the magnetosphere for powerful geomagnetic storms, but the breach itself is not the biggest surprise. Researchers are even more amazed at the strange and unexpected way it forms, overturning long-held ideas of SP, space physics. At first, I didn't believe it, says Themis project scientist David Sivek of the Goddard Space Flight Center. This finding fundamentally alters our understanding of the solar wind and magnetosphere interaction. The magnetosphere is a bubble of magnetism that surrounds Earth and protects us from solar wind. Exploring the bubble is a key goal of the Themis mission launched in February 2007. The big discovery came on June the 3rd, 2007, when the 5 probes serendipitously flew through the breach just as it was opening. Onboard sensors recorded a torrent of solar wind particles streaming into the magnetosphere, signaling an event of unexpected size and importance. Blah blah blah. He goes on to say the opening was huge, 4 times wider than Earth itself, says Wen Hui Li, space scientist at the University of New Hampshire, who has been analyzing the data. Blah blah blah. This kind of influx is an order of magnitude greater than what we thought was possible. And he goes on to say, the event began with little warning when a gentle gust of solar wind delivered a bundle of magnetic fields from the sun to Earth, like an octopus wrapping its tentacles around a big clam. Solar magnetic fields draped themselves around the magnetosphere and cracked it open. The cracking was accomplished by means of a process called magnetic reconnection. Look at that. It's a serious shit. The size of the breach took researchers by surprise. We've seen things like this before, says Reader, but never on such a large scale. The entire side of the magnetosphere was open to the solar wind. The circumstances were even more surprising. Space physicists have long believed that holes in Earth's magnetosphere only open in response to solar magnetic fields that point south. The Great Breach of June 2007, however, opened in response to a solar magnetic field that pointed north. To the layperson, this may sound like a quibble, but to a space physicist, it is almost seismic, says Sivek. When I tell my colleagues, most react with skepticism, as if I'm trying to convince them that the sun rises in the west. West side. This is the interesting bit. Yeah. It says, here is why they can't believe there is. The solar wind presses against Earth's magnetosphere almost directly above the equator where our planet's magnetic field points north. Suppose a bundle of solar magnetism comes along and points north too. The two fields should reinforce one another, strengthening Earth's magnetic defenses and slamming the door shut on the solar wind. In the language of space physics, a north-pointing solar magnetic field is called a northern IMF, and it's synonymous with shields up. So we can shields up, like Star Trek. So you can imagine our surprise when a northern IMF came along and shields went down instead, says Sivek. This completely overturns our understanding of things, and this is the physicist. Yeah. NASA. Bubbly, bubbly lava. That there, that's the lava, that's the hot spot, bubbling up. See? Bubble, bubble, bubble. The black spot. Loads of shit about Yellowstone, 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 Yellowstone.